Alright, currently 2-0. Abzan has been treating us quite well, and this hand looks pretty reasonable. Got a couple noble hierarchs. Hopefully that's good enough. Otherwise, our mana issues are... They're present, you know? Like, we have an Ooze, which takes mana, Tasker, which certainly takes mana, Rhino, etc. So, hopefully these hierarchs live. Hopefully we stop playing against Electrolyze. Jeez. Bunch of hateful people out there. I think Overgrown Tomb's the right one. And if we draw Liliana and another black source, we're in business. So. Plus, I could foresee a world in which our opponent plays like some discard and some removal, and we can actually cast Tassiger with our Overgrown Tomb, but our opponent has Basic Force and Birds of Paradise, so that's not very likely. Land, please. Lingering Souls, that's not good. So we play Ooze or Hierarch? I think Hierarch's better. Get in an extra point of damage right now, and if we draw a land, we can play the Rhinoceros. Come here, pup. Come here. Come here. How dare that cat live his life? How dare he? Here, go up here. You like it up here. It'll be my scarf. Puppy scarf. Impossible to lose when you have Puppy Scarf. Uh-oh, red mana. Lightning Bolt. Water Master's Bolt. I like it. Not sure what our opponent's really up to. Alright. It's getting a little out of control. Let's move those rhinos over there. Rhino has been good, but very expensive. And when I was testing this deck before Pro Tour Fate Reforged, I liked Tassiger a lot, but this was kind of an issue as well, where sometimes they just rot in your hand, you know? This deck really needs Liliana online to make Tassiger great. What is this Birds of Paradise Lightning Bolt Basic Forest deck? Leatherback Baloth. Hello. The original Siege Rhino. Liliana, so 0 castables. We have the Ooze Dis-synergy with Tassiger, which is interesting. Wonder if we could sneak some points in here. Let's try it. Because things aren't looking great either way. Not sure what I'm really bluffing here. So I still need like a mana probably to kill a thing, and then 2 mana to make the Ooze bigger, so... we'll just chump check our opponent real quick. Because it's not like we're winning this game anyway. And the Ooze doesn't have a big part to deal with that. To do with that, so chump check. If opponent double blocks with Baloth and Elvish Mystic, I'm down with that. So then we just kill the elf. Damn it. Opponent called. How dare they call? Possible I shouldn't even gain that life, because if I draw a land, then I can play Tassiger, but if we draw a land, we can play Souls, so... I don't know. I felt like it was worth it. I have no regrets. Ironically playing against the Greater Fool. That would be me. That's me. Witness back my bolts, kill my Hierarch, definitely losing. So now if I draw a fetch land, we're kind of in business. Get to play our own 4/5. Too much fat. In my hand and on my opponent's side of the table. It's not looking good. I've seen enough. So, what's good here? Depends what our opponent's really up to. I could see ley lines being good if they had more than just witnesses. But either way, I like the command. I guess I don't have anything to deal with little creatures. Like, I don't have a Curse of Death's Hold or Zealous Persecution or anything like that, so... Be kind of nice here. Be able to kill off my opponent's birds and elves and whatnot, but... I think I'm probably just in the market for spells that affect the board and not so much discard. So I could see cutting a Thoughtseize. Our opponent could just be like on some weirdo Collected Company deck, though. Try this. Yeah, sure. Can't complain. Actually has 3 lands. And if our opponent doesn't have a bunch of birds and elves, then Liliana will probably actually be pretty good. But they have stuff. So we have all our colors regardless. So I guess we just get Overgrown Tomb. One, two, Tarmogoyf. How do you deal? Hope you deal with it with a lightning bolt. And then you have no other follow-up. So that my Liliana can do something. Nice, nice. Now just don't play anything else and we'll be good. Awesome. Gave me exactly what I wanted. Haha, dead elf. Still not sure what my opponent's deck really is. Guess I could have just gotten Swamp. Maybe I'm gonna get Blood Moon. Should have thought about that. Since Plains isn't gonna help me very much. At least with Swamp I'd be able to play Tastiger. I think if they had Blood Moon, they'd probably just jam it on turn 2. Maybe not, though. Witness. Witness back Lightning Bolt, probably. I think we just discard Temple Garden. Play out Goif Noble. The Goble. I think we just want all our spells. Hopefully Goif is able to brick wall the Witness, so they have to bolt away the Liliana, and then we can just play out new Liliana. That doesn't work. That's not how Twilight Mire works. Craterhoof Behemoth, hello. From the trees. Some weirdo devotion deck, I guess. A not very explosive one. The hoof. I think I was supposed to play a Crater Hoof in my Esper Gifts deck about a month ago. I wrote it down, then I forgot. Oh. Oh. Oh dear. Lightning Bolt the 2/3 Tarmogoyf. Yeah, I was going to say the Modern Masters Bolt is like an indicator that our opponent is probably kind of new to Modern. Since anyone who's playing Modern before probably had different Lightning Bolts. But this kind of confirms that. This is like a mistake that you make once, and that's about it. So Witness is attacking me. That's aggressive. So play new Liliana. I don't think we're going to need this Abrupt Decay, so we can safely pitch that. And then play out Tasigur post-combat after we smash our opponent with the Tarmogoyf. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about cards like that. I thought about Whitleaf Liege. I forgot that Baloth was a card. Still no big deal. Kind of makes sense as to why my opponent was not playing anything. So Tasigur will shrink this Goyf down to a 3/4, but still good. It's still plenty big. And we are all in on our 3 awesome permanents. I wonder if there's a Dryad Arbor lurking. Be good with the hoof. Still wondering if there are Blood Moons here. Ugh. Maybe Nykthos. Just the raw Crater Hoof is very strange. Dramatic Entrance, perhaps? Guess that makes sense for why our opponent left the Lilianas, because they had the Baloth, but... still not even that helpful when I tick up Liliana. And I'm pretty obviously going to tick down and kill your Witness. So, I don't know. Five mana, mana draining. What is this? Genesis Wave for an ooze and a land. Okay. Could pay 2 life to make the ooze a 3/3 and gain a life. So you're really only paying 1 life, plus you get to save a mana, which is not bad. But my Liliana is going to tick down, certainly. Now I have a pair of 4/5s again. So Edict and attack for 8 is going to be the plan. Assume it's going to be the Baloth, because the ooze can potentially get big enough to block all these things, plus it gains some life back. Isn't that right, Puppy Scarf? We drew a Ghost Quarter, which can kill the Nykthos, but I'm not really worried about that right now. Opponent does not have Devotion. Maybe we should side in the other Ghost Quarter, actually, in case they have Utopia Sprawl. Might be useful. But For the meantime, I think we're just going to be activating Tastiger. Possibly could have done that before damage to maybe get an extra point in, but who knows? I don't think it changes the clock at all, and it's pretty unlikely. I could have just hit a discard spell, I guess, and then used that. But if we hit a Thoughtseize, I'm not even sure I would want to use that. Because they might have another Bailoff. So I guess we're blocking this Ooze and activating Tastiger before damage. Seems like a reasonable plan. Definitely want to protect Liliana so we can kill this Ooze. Because otherwise opponent could just eat the Wave and the Bolt to make Goyf smaller. But maybe the opponent can't even risk attacking Liliana because I can just jump block, and looks like they're not doing anything besides like eating their own stuff, so I guess no spells left. Yeah, with Genesis Wave and whatnot, we should probably be focused on killing our opponent's mana creatures. And constricting their mana a little bit. So I could see having more of an LD element for game 3. Maybe less Lingering Souls. I don't know. Because, like, the games could devolve to kind of what they have this game, where the fight is just on the ground and whoever has the biggest monsters wins. And if that's the case, Souls are quite good. But with opponent having, like, Crater Hoof and Genesis Wave, it seems like constricting their mana is also a good idea. Alright, so no attack. I'm down with that. Hit me, Tastiger. Give me something sweet. Two land. Fine. Alright, so we can Edict the Spellskite. That doesn't really help us. So maybe we just have to tick up. Try to ride the Tastiger train to victory. Spellskite not normally known for redirecting Liliana of the Veil, but here we are. Ugh. So discard is pretty bad to mill into a Tastiger here. And hoping our opponent just doesn't draw anything big. Keeping the Wave around to potentially witness into. Yeah, Burning Tree Emissary doesn't really do anything. I guess I could Ghost Quarter the Nykthos in response, but don't think I really care. Might actually matter, like, just having the colorless land in play. Our opponent is kind of slow. We have 21 minutes to their 11. So a little unfortunate, but maybe we'll just hit a path and nothing else. So yeah, we probably should have just Tastigered main. I don't know why I keep waiting for this end of turn nonsense. Pick up another Tastiger. It's okay. Hey, something to do. Maybe I should keep Ghost... Yeah, I should probably Ghost Quarter my opponent. It's probably time. Don't want them drawing a Genesis Wave and getting extra mana out of it. So we'll draw step. I guess we could just Edict them. Hold on the Tasigur. Yeah, sack Burning Tree, so now I don't even need a Ghost Quarter right now. We'll just F6. Opponent should definitely be eating these random lands. At least mine. There's no reason not to. Potentially shrink Goyf down another peg, and then they know I have the backup Tasigur, so it might matter if this one dies somehow. So opponent does not appear to be playing anything, which is suspect. Okay, played out their land. Maelstrom Pulse. It's a card that does things. Cost my opponent 2 life. I guess 1 life once they redirect. So I think we still just attack with the spirits. And then tick up. Give our opponent another life, but then we can at least Edict next turn if we need to. So it cuts the clock on the souls, but the Edict should be able to force through a lethal attack next turn anyway. Unless, of course, there's like a Genesis Wave involved. I don't know. Still seems right. Kind of attacking from a lot of different angles there, so. Alright, well, now I kind of want the Thoughtseizes to get our opponent's big spells. It's also kind of nice to check to see if the coast is clear for me to start Liliana-ing. Maybe just the Inquisitions are bad. There's nothing really that I want to take. Like, it could help constrict my opponent's resources, I guess. Yeah, probably happy with just having Fulminators. Liliana did not seem great. A lot of nonsense in our opponent's deck, so. By nonsense, I mean like Witness and the birds and elves and stuff. Maybe Gadoktig is good too. Stops the big spells, just gets bolted. Yeah, I think I just want the Thoughtseizes, some Lilianas, and then some land destruction to kind of keep them off their big stuff. Not an exact science. And this hand's, like, kind of okay, but still pretty bad against their big stuff. But they're mulliganing. I have 2 fetches I could play around Blood Moon if that's a thing. So yeah, we're gonna keep this. Not good against their combo deck. But good against other stuff. And whoa. My elbow started sticking to a bunch of magic cards. And opponent's on 5. Alright, so if they have a mana accelerator, what do we fetch? What's more important, a forest or a swamp? Probably a forest, because then we could cast Noble Hierarch and maybe get out of it. I don't know, like, I'm not sure if I want my opponent to actually have Blood Moon in their deck or not. Burning Tree, Emissary, Leatherback, Baloth, not a combo, but what are you going to do? I think we just go for Swamp. Hope our Goif doesn't get bolted, but even if it does, that means our opponent doesn't have a big thing, so that'll be good for us. Does not get bolted, which is great. And we'll see what happens here. Is it time for the Leatherback, or is it just witness my fetch land? 4 mana. Garrick. Alright, that's a good card. So, untap 2 lands, that's good for me. Depends what my opponent's last card is. Hopefully not a bolt. Oh, that's bad. Because otherwise I could have commanded, put a counter on it, fought the Burning Tree, and attacked down the Garrick. But now... Now my opponent has overrun for 12. Which is okay, I can beat that. Now do we play Souls or Tasigur? I feel like Tasigur's likely better. Souls actually hits Garrick though. Might force a chump though, which will be nice. I feel like I could just play this Tasigur for cheaper later, though. So, like, what's my plan next turn? I could just use command and play my land tapped. And try and clear the way a little bit. Or I could Souls this turn, attack Garrick a little bit, play Tasigur and have command open. That might just be better. If I can play Tasigur and have command open this turn, I might just do that, but unfortunately that is not the case. Alright, just overrunning. So this is 12 damage. We could play around Bolt or we could not. And they skipped their attack step, so that's really awkward. That's a shame. Well, now we get to play Tasigur and Goif, and we can't really lose, so that's good, I guess. But yeah, pretty awkward match. So we just hit for 2 and play out Tarmogoyf. What is our opponent's card? What could they have? Is it Lightning Bolt? Does that make sense? I might have blocked with a token last turn, because this turn I could untap, like, play Tasigur off 1 mana and have command, so I probably would have blocked. Like, maybe I end up winning this game anyway, but it's still really awkward. Oh, another Gerry, alright. That Gerry is likely not going to live. Yeah, make a beast. That's not going to live through Dramoka's command. And the Gerry is not going to live through the souls. Yeah, opponent just concedes. So, pretty awkward, but I think we're still in a pretty good spot that game anyway. Kind of an explosive start, and maybe actually could have lost despite my opponent's mull to 5, but I think I had it like under relative control. But these rhinos have been clogging my hand. They have been good, but yep, it is still worth noticing that the games, as they like go into the late game, the games where I start falling behind are the ones where I have multiple rhinos. So that's certainly worth noting right there. But like souls have been really good. Everything else has been pretty good. So Abzan appears to still be a deck.